Hello guys, how are you guys doing today? There are many theories. These theories are quite interesting in these games. I'm going to start with one theory. Genesect is Kabutops. As we all know, Genesect is an interesting Pokemon. This is actually the first Pokemon who has a bug type as a legendary. As you can see, this Pokemon looks quite great. The thing is, this Pokemon looks a lot like Kabutops. According to its Pokédex information, it says Genesect used to live ago 3,000 years. This also applies to Kabutops. The theory says that Genesect is actually unmodified Kabutops by Team Plasmid, which makes sense. In fact, in the Genesis event in Pokemon Black and White, the scientist says this Pokemon was actually modified, but and decided to not give it the green light because it doesn't support his ideals about nature. So, in few words, this Pokemon was modified. In fact, in the movie, we actually see that they are trying to remember their past, and it's quite interesting. And another thing, their designs are quite similar, and the fact both have rock type. And not only that, this guy looks a lot like its canon. Could be that Genesect was actually a Kabutops. And the fact that they can bring back fossil Pokemons talk a lot about this stuff. This is not actually the first case this happens. We also here comes another theory, and this theory is about N is a swordwalk. Yeah, the first time when I heard this theory, I was just like, what? That's impossible. It can't be. But the more the more I hear about this theory, the more logic I was getting from this. I'm pretty sure most of you have watched the movie 12. This movie is about swordwork. The interesting thing, this guy can actually transform into people and into other Pokemon. So it will make sense that N will be a swordwork. So the theory goes like this. N was adopted by Genesect. After this time, he was educated and he had the ability to talk. This is actually not the first time this happens. We also get Meow. He can also talk. So after this, and decided to free his Pokemon brothers because they were suffering by humans, by battles. At the end of the day, he recognizes that not everything is seen by his point of view, which is why he decides to go away. So it will make sense and it's sword work. I mean, look at his hair, he's quite similar. And the other thing, he has the ability to talk, which it's quite rare. And another thing that it's really important to mention is that in Pokemon Black 2 and White 2, you get to meet this swordwork. If you follow this swordwork, you will encounter N. The question is, where is swordwork? If you try to explore the whole area, you are going to find but nothing. It's just some places, but yet nothing. And many people say that this guy is actually this guy, and it will make sense. The fact that he gives the protagonist the main legendary says a lot about his character. So this story will make sense in a lot of ways.